Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Oklahoma Virtual Transfer College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. And now I'd like to turn it over to our presenters. Here's the schedule for this afternoon. We are here in session B1, so I will turn it over to the University of Central Oklahoma.
All right. So good afternoon. So my name is Darren Hunt. I work at the University of Central Oklahoma as a transfer admissions counselor. I have some information to tell you all about UCO. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. I have a short presentation slide for you guys. Okay. So this information is going to give you information about transferring to UCO and how you can become a Bronco. So the first question, of course, is why UCO? So I'd say we're about the third largest university in Oklahoma. We have about average on 15,000 students per semester, over 125 different majors and programs here at UCO. Some of the more popular ones are, nursing. We're funded as an education school, so we get a lot of education majors. We have a great forensic science institute as well, if you want to do forensic science, as well as our business programs, criminal justice, you name it. As far as student organizations as well, there's over 200 plus student organizations on campus. I always encourage a lot of students to get involved, find something you're passionate in. And if you don't find something that you're interested in, you can always create your own student organization as well. Another thing, we are centrally located, probably about a 20-minute drive from Oklahoma City. So right in the metro. The central location helps with a lot of opportunities for after graduation, job interviews or internships, that sort of thing. And we do focus on transformative learning, so you get able to do a lot of things in the community as well in Edmond and the metro area. And also 50% of our population is made up of transfer students. So quick thing about requirements, really depends on the criteria you're in. Is going to depend on how your application goes. If you have less than 24 credit hours, you do have to meet our freshman admissions requirements as well, which I'm going to list those at the bottom, going off your 20 score in your ACT or being a top 50% in your high school graduating class. If you have more than 24 credit hours, we're not going to require any of your high school information though. It's just based off GPA. Then 24 to 29 credit hours, it's 1.7 GPA. 30 credit hours or more, it's a 2.0 GPA that's required. And then if you're an out-of-state transfer, regardless of classification, it's 2.0 GPA regardless of the hours earned. So kind of going forward, the main thing when you apply for UCO for scholarships, the transfer scholarships, they're included with the application. There'll be some scholarship applications on there or scholarship questions on there that you can go ahead and answer. I think the first will literally say, do you want to apply for transfer scholarships? Just hit yes, it'll take you to another set of questions. But the actual scholarship for transfer students is automatic. So it's based off of your cumulative GPA and your hours earned. 3.0 cumulative GPA, 24 earned hours. If you meet those requirements, then you automatically get that scholarship for transfer students. So it's $1,000 per year for duration of up to 2 years. So that's just kind of some simple steps to applying to UCO. Once again, if you're planning on transferring for next spring, the scholarship deadline is November 1st. Make sure you get all your documents into us by then. If you are coming next fall, considering fall 21 as your start date, then you can go ahead and apply. The application is open for fall 2021, but the scholarship deadline will be April. All right. Another thing, just another note, just to not skip those transfers questions on the application. And then just for our office, just in with us, just to contact us if you have any questions. Our office is open throughout the week, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., 6 p.m. That is our main contact number right here on the slide, that 405-974-2456. You can call us. Any one of our three transfer specialists in office can answer. We have student workers as well that can answer some of your questions. But also you can email us at transfer@uco.edu. So if you do have specific questions, or what we can do in our office, we can do unofficial degree evaluations for students. If you want to see how your classes are going to transfer to UCO, want to get an idea of that, then basically we can answer your questions, do a degree evaluation for you. All you need to do, you can just scan a copies of your transcript. They can be official or unofficial, and we can review them for you and then kind of let you know how your classes are going to transfer. If you do want to come in person to UCO, our office is located in the Nye University Center. It's in room 116. So if you did want to drop off a transcript, still want to come see us, or answer any questions, or submit things towards your application, you can do that as well. Also, I just want to add, follow us on our Instagram at UCO Transfer. We have a lot of information on that Instagram page, talking about the application, talking about deadlines for scholarships, as well as like some of our events that are going here on campus. We do have another event coming up on November 12th. That is our transfer student day. So if you want to come on campus, then you take a campus tour, meet with your academic advisor, and you get free lunch that day as well. So I think that's going to conclude like my portion of UCO. But if you guys have any questions after, just feel free to contact me, and I'll be in the Q&A for question answering as well. So thank you.
Thank you. And next we'll hear from Oklahoma City University.
Hello. All right, I'm going to share my screen here. Alrighty, my name is Olivia Schrader, and I am a transfer admissions specialist here at Oklahoma City University. I also have Chris Kiefer, our Assistant Director of Transfer and Military Admissions, here with us as well. He will be keeping an eye on the chat, and we'll answer your questions at the end if we have time. So without further ado, let's begin. Oklahoma City University is a private university here in the heart of Oklahoma City. We have students from all over the world. We have about 3,000 students total. That's with our 1,600 undergraduate students and 1,400 students in all of our various graduate programs. We are United Methodist affiliated, but we don't require any student to have any particular religious affiliation. We are a private university here in an urban setting, so we're right near Uptown Northwest 23rd Street, if you know where that is. We have lots and lots of academic programs here, but here are some highlights. Our science students benefit from an 85% acceptance rate into medical, dental, physician's assistant, and biomedical research programs in graduate schools. All of our business students have access to the Bloomberg terminals, which is a resource for premier financial data used to monitor and analyze the market. Our Minder School of Business is also AACSB accredited, which puts us in the top 4.5% of business schools in the world. Our religion students who graduate and apply to graduate school or seminary are accepted at 100% acceptance rate. Our Kramer School of Nursing was ranked #1 in Oklahoma and the top 50 best nursing programs in the country. This is just a few of our majors that we offer in the Petrie College of Arts and Sciences. So I'll leave this up for just a second. If you guys are interested in majoring in arts and science, maybe you can see one of your programs on here. We offer many pre-professional programs, including a fast track program to a law degree, as well as pre-dental, pre-pharmacy. We have a specialized PPE program, which is philosophy, political science, and economics, and that's our pre-law track. We also have a new game design and animation and esports management major as well. These are also a few more of our schools, our Minder School of Business and Kramer School of Nursing programs that we offer at the undergraduate level. I also want to take a minute to highlight our honors program, which is also open to any transfer student that wishes to graduate with honors. We do require a 3.5 minimum GPA. And this program offers an opportunity to enhance your cultural education and your college education through academic, cultural, and social experiences. Our Wanda L. Bass School of Music is a top-tier music program. We have over 250 stage performances every year. Kristen Chenoweth is our artist in residence as of spring 2020. Our Ann Lacey School of American Dance and Entertainment was #1 school of dance in the nation in 2018. We have the most Radio City Rockettes. Entertainment business program is for students who want to design their own path in the entertainment industry. Our theater program put on the most undergraduate performances out of any school in the nation. We have professional partnerships with Lyric Theater of Oklahoma, City Rep, and Oklahoma Children's Theater, as well as the Oklahoma City Ballet. So finally, how to apply. If you have over 30 college credit hours, we just require a 2.0 GPA. If you have less than 29 college hours, we require a 2.0 GPA, a 3.0 high school GPA, and a 20 ACT or SAT equivalent, or being in the top 33.3% of your class. We need a complete application and essay, which you can find on our website. All of your official college transcripts from anywhere you've ever attended. a $55 application fee, your official ACT and SAT scores, your official high school transcript if you have fewer than 29 college hours, and a resume and additional letter of recommendation for competitive scholarship processes. A really quick overview of our cost. We are $28,000 a year, and the fees right there, you can see the average fees kind of vary between $3,700 to $4,900 a year, depending on which program that you're in. If you decide to live on campus, our Methodist Hall is about $7,200 a year. And then I have a brief overview of our meal plans there. We have commuter plans available for students living off campus, and if you choose to live in our Cokesbury apartments, separate meal plans are available there as well. Every student with above a 3.0 that transfers in automatically receives one of these scholarships from our grid. So as you can see, we have between a 3.0 and a 3.3, 4,000 plus this departmental scholarship right here for 2,500, all the way up to, if you have above a 3.6, 7,000 plus 4,500. For talent scholarships, these are based on performance auditions, interviews, and a portfolio review. These can't be combined with academic scholarships, but they may be combined with academic scholarships, but they're not stackable with departmental awards that you saw on the last page, but they can be stackable up to the full amount of tuition. This is just a quick overview of some of the other competitive transfer scholarships. We have research scholarships available, art scholarships based on a portfolio, and a new game design and animation scholarship set to be awarded in the fall of 2021. So if you have any additional questions, here is our contact info. There's my info as well as Chris Kiefer's info. And if we have any questions, I don't know if we still have time, Joelle, but if we had any questions in the chat, Chris can answer those now.
Great, and as Olivia mentioned, the chat Q&A is available to you if you have any questions, either during the presentations or we will have a few moments after as well. So next up, we will hear from USAO.
All right, thank you. Yes, we're the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. We were the first university established by the Oklahoma State Legislature in 1908. We are a public university, but we offer the liberal arts philosophy. So we like to say that we offer the private school education at the affordable public school price. USAO is the smallest public school in the state of Oklahoma with right around 1,000 students now. We offer the following disciplines in arts and humanities, education for those that are interested in getting your education's degree, the sciences and the physical education, the social sciences and business, and then we have the special programs like pre-med, pre-nursing, pre-vet, pre-dental, etc. Just get through that. To get into USAO, students that have 24 credit hours and a 2.0 will be automatically admitted. And the estimated cost to attend USAO is listed here. We aren't the least expensive school in the state, but we are among the more affordable colleges in the state of Oklahoma. Skipping through there to student life. Sorry, that video is too long. Those were the, we have some videos for those that are interested on our housing. Our videos are online. We feel like we have very nice student housing. Juniors, those that come in at juniors, can live in our newly remodeled Robinson Hall. And those have granite countertop kitchens, granite countertop in the bathrooms. Very, very beautiful facilities at USAO. Moving on to the campus activities, we have 30 clubs and organizations. Some of the things that we like to mention here, I mentioned that we were the first university established by the state legislature. We have an almost 100% success rate in getting students into med school. Dr. Jeanette Luch does a tremendous job of preparing students that want to go on to med school over the last 14 years. It's not perfect, but it's close to perfect in getting students in. Deaf education, we have the only program in the state of Oklahoma now We also have a really great program for students that are on the spectrum of autism. The last thing I wanted to say was in terms of scholarships, USAO has just revamped our scholarships, so transfer students can look at transfer scholarships that range between $1,000 for 1 year up to $2,500 scholarships for 2 years. So we feel we offer a very competitive range of scholarships. We are offering campus tours now. We'd love to host you on campus. We've done a great job managing the health and safety of our campus. But we are giving tours right now. If you want to schedule a time, we give tours every day at 9 and 2 p.m. Our new application is up, and we are just about to start accepting our first round of acceptance scholarships, our acceptance letters, and issuing our first round of scholarships for spring 2021. But that'll do it for me. Thank you for your time.
All right, and our final school for this session is the Oklahoma City Community College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Xavier Jackson, and I am the Admissions Outreach Advisor for Oklahoma City Community College's Northeast region. So I will cover schools like in the Tulsa area, northeast side of the Oklahoma City Metro, northeast side of the state, and going further out from there. On the screen, I have my contact information. If any of you want to take that down, I'm just going to go into a little bit of information about OCCC. And so I'll get started. So Oklahoma City Community College was actually started by the people of the community of South Oklahoma City, which is where we're located now. We're on South May in Oklahoma City. And so this is our website. It's been updated with a few things recently. What I want to draw your attention to is that Oklahoma City Community College, like a lot of community colleges, are going to be pretty affordable. And so it's a great way to get a head start on your education. We offer associate's degrees as well as certificates. And so our associate degrees are designed to go into the workforce. And then we also have some that are set up as like your first 2 years of your bachelor's degree. And so you can go on from there to get your bachelor's. And so we offer a wide variety of different programs, including nursing, including digital cinema production, which I'll go into a little bit more detail about here in a little bit. And so, especially for a community college, that really kind of sets us apart, just the wide breadth of programs that we do offer. And then, so one thing I mentioned previously was about how affordable it is. And so with that, we do still offer scholarships and tuition waivers like you will see at like your four-year universities. And so on our website, if you go over to admissions and financial aid, you'll see a link to our scholarship page. And so you'll click that, and it has links to like our foundation scholarships, as well as some third-party scholarships and tribal scholarships and things like that, that you can always peruse. We offer tuition waivers as well, which are a little bit different than scholarships. And so they cover part of your tuition. And so you wouldn't necessarily have to worry about that set amount. Whereas scholarship is kind of like money that you potentially could get refunded to you if your entire balance is covered. And so along with that, we have several different programs. And so one of them is our digital cinema production program. And so that is really a program that sets us apart from a lot of other schools, because we have people who are teaching that program that have worked in the industry. We've had people that worked on films like The Godfather, and students in that program, they get hands-on experience so that they can go directly into the field. And so they work on films here in the state, as well as in California, New York, Atlanta. This is a little film that they put together just to give you some information about their program. And so I'm going to play a little bit of that. And what's really great about their program is they use top of the line equipment. And so once you have that first class in the program, you're really equipped to take it out into the field and shoot your own films. And you really get that hands-on experience that really means a lot when you get into the workforce. One other really great thing that's about our social media is that we have virtual preview sessions that you can check out on YouTube. They give you an in-depth look at a lot of our different programs, and as well as our student resources as well. So we have the TRIO Student Support Services that a lot of schools do, which is a grant-funded program to help you be successful. One thing about OCCC that sets us apart is that we have predominantly 8-week term as far as our courses versus 16-week sessions. And so here's another little clip to kind of go over that with you. And so what's really great about 8-week terms is that we found that students have a chance to be more successful in that shorter amount of time versus a 16-week course where they get a little bit, they can get a little bit bogged down towards the middle of that. And so it's a little bit easier for students to see the finish line with the 8-week term. And so you still get the same amount of hours per that semester. You just can focus in on like 2 courses versus 4 at once. And so once you get through that 8-week term, then you start your late 8-week courses. And so you can still do a full set of 12 hours, and you would just do 2 and 2 versus 4 all at the same time. Another great thing we offer is concurrent enrollment. It's a great way to get a head start on your college education and save a lot of money. We can waive tuition for seniors and juniors for up to 18 credit hours for both of those years. And I think I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over.
Great, thank you to all of our presenters. So we do have a bit of time for any other questions from our attendees, if you want to pop those into the Q&A. And while we have some of our panelists in the chat handling those Q&As, I want to invite everybody else, since we've got a few extra minutes, to turn on their videos. And I'd just like to ask everybody in presentation order to tell us something unique to your campus or a special tradition, or even if there's something that you didn't get to during your presentation, you have a couple minutes now to address that as well. But this is always my favorite part, to hear kind of those little quirky traditions at every school. So take it away in presentation order.
All right, so I guess I can speak University of Central Oklahoma. It's kind of a fun fact or a quirky fact, I guess you could say. But kind of in the middle of campus, there's kind of like a park. It's called Plunkett Park. It's like a field. We may hold some activities there, things like that. But kind of on the edge of it, there's this bell there. And there's a rumor, and some of our upperclassmen, they tell students this to kind of scare them. But they say that bell, you're not supposed to touch it until your senior year, because that's when we line up. Our seniors, when they do graduation, they line up by that bell, and they make a tradition to touch it as they're walking by it. So they tell any freshman underclassmen, if you touch that before your senior year, you won't graduate. Of course, that's like a myth, but I feel like that's fun kind of thing to tell students, and they get a kick out of it. But of course, this is like a myth, they say, but it's just like a fun thing, quirky thing that the students kind of started. But that was my thing.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to go for OCU for us. So one thing that's always been perennially amusing to me is we are very much well known as a Broadway-based school. We send a ton of performing arts artists on to New York and to LA, Chicago, cruise lines all over the world. And that has led us, ironically enough, to also have quite a few pageant contestants in our history. So of course we have 3 Miss America winners, but there is actually a wall, we refer to as the wall of hair in our School of Music, where there is just row after row after row of headshot of OCU pageant winners, going back all the way to the 40s and some all the way to more recent years. And so again, if you ever are on a campus tour with us, it's a phenomenally funny thing to see, just to see how hairstyles have changed, how clearly pageant contestants have changed over the years. And again, it's a very large wall. So again, if you're ever on campus, it's an amazingly fun thing to see.
There we go. One of the things that I didn't mention in the presentation, but we're really proud of at USAO is our Drover Stock event. This is a great opportunity. It's three different, it's called the Triad, and there's three different events on the same day on Drover Stock. We host a big music and art festival. So we'll have students from around the many parts of Oklahoma will come in, and we'll do a chalk art festival, and we'll grade those and do a little competition there. We have a music festival, and we'll also do a scholastic meet that day. But the other thing that's coming up is that Chickasha is also known for our Festival of Lights. So that's going to come up. We'll start doing that, bringing visitors from all over the state of Oklahoma will visit Chickasha to enjoy the Festival of Lights events, and that starts in mid-November. Thank you.
One thing that I really love about OCCC is that we are so community focused. It was started by the Southside community. And so we have a lot of front facing programs and things that we offer to the community, like GED prep. We also have some language courses as well. And then the other thing is that our campus, the main building was designed with like an open concept. So initially it didn't really have any walls in here. And so everything was kind of open air. And so not necessarily open air, but there was a lot, you could walk right into a classroom or walk directly into an office. And so it's reflected in how our building is laid out now. So it's cool to just walk around and see how things are situated everywhere. So it's really kind of interesting.
That's great. So I'm going to give it another minute or so to allow some time for any more questions to come in. Then, since we were a little short on presenters today, we'll go ahead and wrap up a few minutes. All right, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. So I want to say thank you to our presenters today. Thank you to our participants for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd love it if you could provide any feedback. And again, this is just one of many different sessions being hosted. We've got another one starting in about a half an hour. So be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session as recorded, as well as all the other session recordings on the same website where you registered. So thank you again to our presenters. I'm sure I'll see a few of the participants in about a half an hour. And to everyone else, have a great day.